Alright everyone, welcome back to Kiwi Cat's House of Magic. Today, Slantier, who now calls himself Oreo Days, he changed his screen name for some reason. I guess he wants to do a bit of snacking. So, he's asking me about foils, and asking me if I have a deck that's foiled out, that's blinged. And I thought it'd be an interesting exercise to go through my deck that is closest to being foiled out, only due to having all foil basic lands. Everything else is a bit more complex, especially Sheldon or Ruhan Maneri, who has all revised basic lands that can't really be foiled out unless I get fakes, counterfeits. So we're going to look at Muldrotha the Gravetide. All of my commanders are either foils or altered. Azami is altered. Is anyone else altered? No, everybody else is a foil. So Muldrotha the Gravetide. She used to be Marin of Clan Niltoth. And then in actual play, at first she was just a fucking house. She worked. And then she stopped working because everybody's running Bajuka Bog and more graveyard effects, anti-graveyard effects. So I couldn't protect my graveyard, so she quit winning. Muldrotha can protect her graveyard. So what does she do? 3 black, blue, green, 6/6 legendary elemental avatar. Okay, nice. 6/6. During each of your turns, you may play up to 1 permanent card of each permanent type from your graveyard. If it has multiple types, you pick. If you've got a creature and an artifact creature and an enchantment creature, you can get all 3 out. One is the creature, one is enchantment, one is the artifact, and just go to fucking down. Yeah, with Muldrotha. So what I'm going to do is take a look at what is foiled, what is not, and how much it would cost to foil them if I can get foils of them. So this is the acidic slime I chose. It's the Game Day edition. It's some special edition. This is not from the set. Alchemist's Refuge. It's foil. It's pretty cheap too. And this one, so some of these foils from this set, from Avacyn Restored, Innistrad, which one is that one? I think that's Avacyn Restored. They look like crap. They look like a layer of plastic. This one you can see as the light picks up the lights in this little refuge. You can see them kind of glow. The other one looks like a fucking layer of plastic, and I hate that. My first foil Sigarda was like that. Set foil, so I got rid of it. And then I got a foil from Double Masters that isn't just a layer of plastic. Chromatic Lantern, that's foil. Spore Frog. Original Spore Frog is from Prophecy, and it can be foiled, but it's expensive. It's about 30 to 50 euros last time I checked. Disallow. Oracle Muldrotha. I don't like the original Oracle Muldrotha art. I really don't like it that much. It just never appealed to me. This one I think is pretty cool. She just looks more interesting. I like the green in the background. It's kind of weird that she's got hairy legs and the rest of her body isn't hairy. So maybe she's part fawn. Maybe they're trying to show her as some kind of elf-fawn hybrid. Yeah, who knows. Helm of Possession. As far as I know, this is unfoilable because it is only in Tempest. I don't know if there is another printing, but if not, it can't be foiled. So let's set that there. Entomb, Judge Foil. Phyrexian Metamorph. I think I've got across my decks 2 original foils, 2 F&M foils, and I know I have 1 Secret Lair foil, and it looks really pretty. I forget, but I think that's in Azami. The other thing I did for this deck is I chose more Double Masters cards. I started with the Grave Troll. I've got 1 original Ravnica foil Grave Troll in... Where do I have him? Oh, in Manaless Dredge, in my Manaless Dredge vintage deck, powered by China. So, I like both the arts. I think they're both cool. So I went ahead and put the cheaper one in Muldrotha. And so as I was doing that, I started getting more of the double masters alternates for her as well. So there's the Golgari Grave Troll, Glendra Archmage. I like the original better. I like the Secret Lair version a lot more. But this one's passable. He looks a bit too... Well, he doesn't really look like a wizard. He looks more like a rogue or a warrior. For my taste. He doesn't look too wizardry. Gravebreaker Lamia. Full art foil. Foil land. Okay, this guy, his price has come down. I want to say last time I checked, his price was 20 euros in foil. I looked a few days ago and it was down to 10. So I could get this guy in foil. So we'll put that up there. Burgeoning. I actually think I have a foil one I'm not using, a full art Secret Lair foil I'm not using in my binder. I took it out of something else to make room for a card that fit better. I forget who I took it out of. I should check that. Breath Stealer's Crypt. Oh, this is funny. I haven't had this card to play yet, but it's going to be funny for me. 2 black-blue enchantment. Whenever a player draws a card, they show off the card. If it's a creature card, either they pay 3 life or they throw it away. Their choice. And this can't be foiled because it's Visions, and I do not believe it's been reprinted. And I don't think it's going to be because it's a fucking weird card with narrow utility, and they don't really do that anymore. Everything's pushed. Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. This could be foiled, but I think it's about 50 euro. I think the original from Planar Chaos is close to 100 euro. Fucking expensive. Zega Triumph, full art. Another swamp. Reclamation Sage. Yes, I could foil her. I could get the set foil, but I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the art. I like this art a lot better. Much better. So unless this art has been reprinted as a foil or they've updated the card with yet another art treatment, it's not going to be foiled because I just like this art the best out of the 2 I know of. Seal of Primordium foil. Like I said, all the basic lands are foiled. They're all from Ixalan. Void Slime. This could be foiled, but I think it's about 20 or 30 euro. Kook. Soul Ring. I could put a foil one in here, but I just like the revised. Still, I've got other decks with foil Soul Rings. So if I did want to fully foil this out, it's just a matter of switching this Soul Ring into a deck and taking the other one out. Jared. Golgari Lich Lord. How much is he worth these days? Let's take a look. I don't think he's worth much. In foil, 10 euro. I probably paid a bit more for him. I don't know. Eternal Witness, double masters. Went ahead and got this version because I was double mastering. Yeah, I was double mastering a lot of, just for fun, just because I thought it was neat to have the multiple double masters cards. In this Eternal Witness, I like the original version by Therese Nielsen much better, but that one probably about 20 euros. The F&M one, I want to say it's the same. I don't know. This one is dirt cheap. It is, let's see, 2 euros. It's only 2 euros. He's pretty cool though. I mean, he's bringing back that leaf wolf. Let's see. Heaven Golich foil. I've had this since the set came out. I've had this for a long time. And it's really pretty in foil. I love the way the purple looks. It's kind of hard to tell in this light. Well, there you can see the purple kind of popping out. Overgrown Tomb, Watery Grave. Of course, both of those in foil, original Ravnica, those are going to be about 100 euros each. We'll set those up there. Stifle. How much is a foil Stifle? I'm curious. Yeah, 20 euro. So I could get this in foil, but since it's an instant, it just goes in my graveyard. I hold it in my hand for a little while, then I cast it. And this, I've got 6 of these effects. I've got Void Slam, Stifle, Disallow, Siren Stormcaller. All these cards are solely to protect my graveyard. That's their purpose. They can be used for other things, but their main raison d'etat is to protect my graveyard from fucking Bajigabog and shit like that. Set the non-foils there. Keep going. Nihil Spellbomb. Yeah, foil. Wood Elves. There's just not much to say about the Spellbomb. Okay, Wood Elves. So I could easily just swap this into a deck and swap out the foil if I was going to foil out Muldrotha. I have that in my collection. That's not a problem at all. That's pretty easy. Mise Nedegrand. The reason she's French is because I had Carador, and he had a lot of French cards, Tribal Spirits, and Tribal Spirits are not really well supported, so the deck quit being competitive, and I sadly broke it up. So I put the foil, Seedborn Muse, into Muldrotha. I've got 3 foil ones. I've got a 8th edition English foil, and then I have an original foil I got in a trade about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I've held on to it for a long time, the original foil. This Star of the Magistrate, how much is that in foil? I think it's like 200 euros. Oh, it's only 150 euros. That's a bargain. So to get this in foil is only 150 euros. Trickbind. Trickbind used to be expensive in foil. Oh, it still is. It's 20 euros. You have my coast? If I... Yeah. Yeah, she said she's almost done with it. And she went out for a little bit and then came back. She went outside for a little bit and came back. These, the original Apocalypse, are the hell expensive. Okay. How much is... You have my cousin? 133 euros. And of course that's the bottom price. So to get one near mint is probably more like 150. As much as I would... Of course, this has been reprinted in different sets. So I could get a cheaper set if I wanted to foil this out. Huh. Or I could just spend 150 fucking euros and get a foil Apocalypse one. But then I really want to spend 150 euros each and get the foil other pain lands. The... What are they? I'm looking at the deck list now. And according to the deck list, this is the only pain land I have in here. I'm missing the other 2. Why am I missing the other 2? Why do I only have You Have My Coast? Why don't I have Oh, no, I do have Underground River. What's the green-black one? So I've got Underground River. You have my coast. The Underground River, that'll be really fucking expensive in foil. It's not even telling me. It's like, you broke-ass motherfucker, you can't afford it. Don't even look. What is the green-black? It's on the tip of my tongue. The green-black pain land. I don't have one. Llanowar Waste. Of course. Of course. Oh, that's also 140 euros. So I do have all the pain lands. Belay My Last. Foil. Noxious Ghoul. So I really like the Kaladesh inventions. I like the frame. They're very pretty. Some of them are really expensive. Some of them are really cheap. You can still, if you just want one to have one for the frame, for the way it looks, you can find one that doesn't cost too much. How much is Noxious Ghoul? Let's see. Gear Hulk. So Noxious Gear Hulk in Kaladesh. So I had the original Kaladesh listed in this deck. I don't know why. Let me switch the printing to Kaladesh. Oh, wow. Really? Seriously? 40 euros? I didn't spend 40 euros on this, but it's crept up on me. Armillary Sphere to go find basic lands, and then of course I can re-get it, recast it with Muldrotha. Reflecting Pool. So Tempest, no foils. There are other versions of this card, so I could get it foil. So we'll put it up there and we'll talk about this in a minute. Misty Rainforest, I could get that foil, but it's expensive. Birthing Pod, I've had this one for a long time. Probably right after the set went out of print. This from New Phyrexia. I forget the name of the set, to be honest. I can't even see the year very clearly. Anyway, I've had that for a long time. Ancient Tomb, I looked this up. I could get a foil one for 100 euros, but I'm not going to because that's a lot of money. First, well, it's not a lot of money, but when you add it up, 150 euros for Yavimaya Coast, 150 euros for I forgot already. 150 euros for Underground River, 150 euros for Llanowar Waste. That's 450. 100, that's fine. That's a lot of money. And then these, how much are those in foil? Let's see, one representative. Oh, Verdant Catacombs is only 50 in foil. A bargain. Muldrotha Delta is 73 in foil. Misty Rainforest is 70. So, about average 60 euros each. I don't really want to spend that. And we already talked about that. Those are fucking expensive. Let's see. Breeding Pool, foil, 70 euros. And that's the bottom. Sure, it'd be more. I should get her in foil. Liliana, how much is she in foil? She can't be that much. 10 euros. Don't want to spend 10 euros to get it. I would like to have it in foil. And 10 euros isn't bad. Foil. Okay, moving right along. Keep it going. Life from the Loam. This will be expensive. 50 euros in foil from Ravnica. Now, if I don't get a Ravnica version, if I get one of the reprints, it'd be cheaper. And I should get a Double Masters version to go along with the other Double Masters cards. But since I don't really play Life from the Loam, I just haven't been arsed to do it. It just, not something I really cared about. Because it sits in the graveyard most of the time. Is he foil? No, he's not foil. I could get him in foil. He's cheap. I should get him in foil. Urtai. And resurrect him. Cruel Somniphage, that's foil. Cabal Coffers. Got that. Merciless Executioner. Some cards like this. Some cards, the flat version, I don't like at all. I just don't like the way they look. If I see the foil version, I see the flat. The foil version, it just looks far better. Some of them are a bit more evened. There's the Siren Storm Tamer. 1 blue, counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. Fuck your Bajigabog. Swamp. There's that. This is thrashed. Let me show you this card. It's beat to hell. Check out that border. Looks like my thumbs. So there's Underground River. Solemn Simulacrum. He's not that much. He's only 3 euros for this full art, pretty version. It's only 3 fucking euros. Command Tower. I could get it in foil. Wouldn't be that hard. In fact, I can just swap it out for from another deck that has a foil one. World Shaper, part of the combo. Part of my 4-card Rube Goldberg device, game-ending, all of you die combo with Pestilence. Speaking of Pestilence, I think this has a foil counterpart. I think it's been reprinted in a set where it can be foil. Let me just look. No. No, it can't. I'm looking at it right now, so it goes from Alpha up to 6th edition. 6th edition had no foils. Battle Box, the list, and I'm not seeing any foil versions of the list. 30th anniversary proxy bullshit. Fuck that. That's not even a real card. So I can't foil out Pestilence. It's just not there. But it's a full art. So does that count? I mean, does that count for bling? I don't know. Let's put it in the bling pile. Zoran Orb, you can't foil out this version. Let me just make sure I'm not lying to you. I could get a Modern Horizons 2 version, and I've got one in another deck, but for this art, no, it doesn't look like there's any foil version of this art, and I love this art. I like the other art too, I just prefer this one. I have fond memories of playing this card. Yorick the Desecrated, foil, Kokusho the Evening Star. How much is she in foil now? I think she's still about 50 euros. I think she's still fucking expensive. Well, yeah, 50 euro. Of course, the Eternal Masters that she was in? Iconic Masters. So Iconic Masters is only 30 euros for a foil. So I could get an Iconic Masters version and foil that out. Correction Tower, I'm sure that's expensive in foil. I am not even going to look. I know it's going to be expensive. Volra Stronghold, that's unfoilable. There's a foil. Lotus Cobra, he must have come down in price. He's no longer, yeah, he's only 12 euros in foil. He's not the powerhouse he used to be. If you're playing a landfall deck, though, he's still pretty good, but he's fallen off a lot of people's radar. Hasn't been reprinted in a while. Damnation. There's the Waste. Lord of Extinction. Boom Tube. Ghost Quarter. I do have a foil one. I don't know if it's in a deck or if it's in my binder. So I could foil this out. What I'm going to do after is count the non-foil, count the foil, and kind of go through and how much it would cost to foil out this deck for the ones I can. Chaos Ghost Form, Mystic Snake. Oh yeah, I definitely would not get, and it's only 30 euros. I'm showing 30 euros for an Apocalypse and Mystic Snake. That's not what it was last time I looked, which is probably about a year ago. Last time I looked, it was like 40 or 50 euros. So he is foilable. Of course, I could just get a newer edition and only pay 2 euros for the foil. Don Treader Elk, Wonder. He's wondrously foil. Deathrite Shaman. Has his price come down in foil? Let's see. 17 euros, about 20 euros. Pernicious Deed. Judge Foil. Sucker Tribe Elder. How much is he in foil? 5 euros. Wow. Oh, he's come down a lot. Wow, he's actually affordable. Comparatively. Cool. This is about 300 euros in foil. I guarantee it. More like 5, I bet. Oh, no, I was right the first time. 360. So this is about 360 to foil. But I could get one card for 360, or I can get a lot of cards for 360. What do you think I'm going to do, since I already have one? Vampire Sex Mage. Puppeteer Click. Let's see, Island High Market. It's about 100 euros in foil. Foil Rift Sweeper. So this is what I was talking about. Rift Sweeper is one of those cards that the flat version, I just don't like it. It just, something about the non-foil, I just don't like it and I don't want them. I don't own any flat Rift Sweepers. I only own foil versions because I just like them so much better. Survival of the Fittest, signed. This is unfoilable unless you spend 1,000 euros to get the Judge Foil. I owned one, and I sold it for 50 euros about 5 years ago, thinking I could just buy it back. Boy, did I call that one wrong or what? No fucking way I can buy it back. Island, Forest, Bajikabog. Yes, I complain about Bajikabog. But I still need to deal with other people playing artifact decks, graveyard decks. Well, this has come down a lot too. This is only 10 euros. I don't even know if I need it anymore. That's probably why it's come down, because, I mean, who needs it anymore? but I'll probably keep it in there just for fun. Expedition map, anime dead. I really want the dinosaur anime dead. I really like the way it looks. How much is this version now? Oh, 13 euros. How much is the Judge foil? Judge gift card? Doesn't even say. Let's select it and see if it shows up. It doesn't. It's saying 70 euros. But it's not giving me the overview. So that would be 70 euros to get the Judge foil. I don't think I need to. I could buy a lot of things for 70 euros. Intuition? Intuition has a Judge foil, but the Judge foil is about 150 euros. No, it was more than that, wasn't it? I think it was 300 euros. Let me take a look. So Intuition, Tempest, got on the reserve list. Only has one other printing, is a Judge 660 euros. So no, I'm not going to get the Judge promo. Up Nicholas and Butcher Malakir. So this is the pile that's already blinged out. This is the pile that is not blinged out. Some of it actually I could, going through it. So what percentage of the deck is... Oh, I put that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 30, 31, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 39. Okay. So the deck is 61% foil. It would cost me 7, 10, 1,007. It cost me, at least 3,000 euros to foil it out, I'm thinking. Maybe 2,000 euros. 2,000 euros to foil it out, mainly based on the survival of the fittest and the Yavimaya Hollow. So do I really want to do that? Do I want to spend 2,000 euros to foil this out? No, not really. I will, now that I've done this exercise, I'm going to look up some of these cards that are cheaper than I thought and go ahead and get some full copies of them, some of the ones that have come down because nobody plays them anymore. But that's it. So, Slenter, Oreo, what are you, Oreo, what again? Let me take a look. Oreo Days. So, Slentier, Oreo Days. What do you think? Is that what you're looking for? I can do this in another deck if you want. I mean, my Animar deck, it has a shitload of foils too, but the basic lands aren't foiled the way, and that's really why Muldrotha has such a high percentage, is because of all the foil basic lands. Animar, he probably has 3 of his roughly 30 basic lands foil, because, or maybe none, because he used older ones for him, but he's got a shitload of foils, and that's the actual cards, not the basic lands. Anyway, let's get this posted and see what kind of reaction I get.